Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Supriya Naika, host for the session, and I welcome one and all for the Creative Weekend Talk of episode 191. Uh, Creative, we explore ideas that go behind textbooks and exam, focusing on non-textual, non-syllabus and non-academic knowledge, and inspire curiosity and clarity, creativity thinking. Today's topic beautifully blends logic and mindfulness. Yoga-matic, the role of yoga in learning mathematics and how mathematics is used in yoga. This unique session will explore how the calm and clarity developed through yoga can enhance mathematical learning and how mathematical principles are inherent embedded in yogic practice, from symmetric and geometry to rhythm and balance. We are delighted to have Sri Raghavendra M as our speaker for today's, bringing this fusion of mind and movement to life. As always, we are live from 3 to 4 p.m. on Zoom, and the recording will be available on our YouTube channel, and also we live stream on our YouTube channel, Creative GBD. Do follow us on Instagram and YouTube to stay updated and inspire. We have WhatsApp group. I'll share in the chat box during the program. You can join our WhatsApp group for more updates. Without delay, I call Pratiksha, Creative Volunteer, to introduce today's speaker. Over to Pratiksha.
Yes, ma'am. Introduction of Sri Raghavendra Iyer sir. We are delighted to introduce Sri Raghavendra Iyer sir, a dynamic educator, dedicated yoga practitioner, and passionate social contributor. With an academic background in MSc, B.Ed, and YIC, he currently serves as a lecturer in mathematics at PES College, Hanumantanagar, Bangalore. Hailing from Vitalnagar, Chamrajpet, his journey blends the precision of mathematics with the mindfulness of yoga. Sri Raghavendra Iyer has been honored with several prestigious awards, including Swami Vivekananda Rashtriya Puraskara for presenting an insightful papers on integrating yoga and mathematics, and the Yoga Sadhaka Ratna Award for his selfless yoga teaching during the COVID-19 pandemic. He has also received the Seva Ratna Award for freely mentoring rural students and helping them excel in their academics, and Rajyamattada Shikshaka Ratna Prashasti from AGS Charitable Trust. A committed educator, he has conducted mathematics workshop in reputed institutes such as Dayanand Sagar PU College, MS PU College, and Jain PU College. He has played a significant role as a resource person for basic mathematics, guiding fellow lecturers across Bangalore South and North districts. He also served as a question bank committee member for both first and second PU basic mathematics under the Karnataka State Evaluation and Assessment Board. His leadership extends to organizing faculty development programs, initiating meaningful platforms like the Nirmanam exams, and being a part of Guinness World Record Group event for Sri Shasana at Vidhan Sauda. In May 2025, he was conferred with the Vasavi Jananasiri Award by AOPA for his consistent dedication to education and service. A true embodiment of knowledge, humility, and service. Sri Raghavendra Iyer continues to inspire students, educators, and society through his integrated approach to learning and life. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Pratiksha. So, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Pratiksha, ma'am. Yeah. So good afternoon, everybody. So before I start my session, I would like to thank Supriya ma'am for giving me this opportunity, and I also thank Krishna Chaitanya sir for suggesting my name. Yes, Yoga-matics. It is very vast, in fact. If you see the words yoga and mathematics, So many will feel, how can yoga and mathematics are clubbed together? So, but now the trend is we need to learn yoga-matics because the effectiveness of yoga-matics is seen from past 2 to 3 years. Probably from 2021 onwards, I'm using this yoga-matics to help the students who are much weak in the logical reasoning part. So it has helped them to get more than 85% results in the second PUC examination. And as you all know, mathematics, it is a very dry subject. Usually students, most of the students hate it, and many will neglect it also. But if a person is having a good grip on his mind and indeed has a good problem solving techniques, so it is not that difficult. So now the knowledge of mathematics is very much necessary in doing yoga. What? Mathematics in yoga? Definitely, we all will get that question. So we know that mathematics is the queen of sciences, and yoga is now yogic sciences. So two major subjects in science, I have made them to club, and now it is working very effectively. Now coming to the yoga, we know that yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. That means it is a skillful technique to calm down the mind. It is a state in which all Indriyas are beheld steadily. And yoga gives us the all-round personality development at all the stages, like physical level, mental level, intellectual level, emotional level, and yeah, spiritual level also. So one side we have a mathematics, a very dry subject. The other side we have yoga. Usually it is meant for the physical exercises or to maintain the body, to maintain the health, to maintain the peace of the mind, etc. So now yoga is a skillful technique to control the mind, and mathematics is all about solving the problems. So now, calming our mind, we will solve whatever the problem that we get, probably in our textbooks or in our daily lives also. So, yogamatics, it is a tool or a technique used to learn mathematics with the help of yoga. And to attain perfection in yoga postures, we use mathematics also. So now I have two different questions here: how mathematics is helping yoga, and how yoga has helped in learning mathematics. So as you all can see the PPT here, so both the subjects are having different dimensions, as yoga is closely related to the spirituality and practicality, whereas mathematics is related to, I think the most of the concepts are imaginary, where we cannot give the real life examples, and it is about problem solving techniques. So I have united these two, and yoga. See, I usually follow Patanjali Yoga or the Raja Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. So the name only tells Ashtanga Yoga. It consists of 8 parts. So starting from Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So the first 2 parts, if I leave Yama and Niyama. So the third, the part is Asana. See, we have seen so many asanas, and probably if you practice yoga, you have come across so many asanas. So, one very simple example that I have taken here is Trikona asana. So, the name only tells. So, Trikona, that means triangle. So, Kona means it is an angle. So, asana, it is a physical posture. So, three angled posture, it is nothing but a triangle. So I have tried to represent using the lines and all. If you can observe here, uh, we have a triangle posture coming up here, and we have a very bigger triangle outside. And if you observe the arms, it is exactly perpendicular to the ground. So 90° it is. So whenever we attained the final posture properly, we tend to get the benefits of the asana. And I have a lot, in fact, I'll show you. So, Trikonasana, this is other variation. Now there is a Vrikshasana, so tree pose. And if you see the shape, it is a vertical line. So the one part of the body is straight and one is bent. And the angle will be around 45 to 90 degree. And if you see the angle here, uh, so this part here, so it is actually perpendicular to the ground here, and this part is almost 90 degree. So it depends. So to maintain the symmetry, we should practice we should practice both sides. Now, so same way we have Adho Mukha Svanasana. It is also called as Parvatasana. ಇದನ್ನೊಂದು dog posture ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And if you observe, this is an inverted V shape. ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನ mountain posture ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So the angle is 90 degree with respect to the ground here. And this is a third pose of Virabhadrasana. So we have 3 variations. So ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಸನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ usually the teachers will say you have to hold the posture for 30 seconds, you have to hold for 45 seconds. So if you want to get the benefits, you try to stay in this 60 seconds. So we always, and we in the sense the teachers will tell, okay, you try to stay for this minimum time. So only then we will get the benefits of asana. So the time plays a very important role, and it is again a number. So we can see the mathematics here. Yes. So, yeah. And here I have just given the postures or the photos of a few asanas. If you can see here, this is a Dandasana, where it is 45 degree from the ground, and the arms or the hands are perpendicular to the ground. The body is like a straight line. We say that it is having positive slope. Where the so whenever we draw the tangent, so it is a positive slope, we usually tell. And here it is Padahastasana. So the angle between, so the legs and the upper part of the body is 0 degree, and it is equally aligned here. If you see the legs part here, it is very much straight. I know few may not able to do the posture properly, but through regular practice, definitely you can do it. So if you observe these asanas, so whichever the final posture is, you will definitely see some angle. For example, if you see Virabhadrasana 3 here, so except this one leg, which is perpendicular to the ground, the entire body is parallel to the ground. So we can bring in the concepts of parallel and the perpendicular here. And trust me, it is so wonderful asana to practice, where we learn balancing, where we learn the stability. It will increase our concentration and etc. And Bhujangasana, if you see, this is a semi circle kind, where our hands will be perpendicular to the ground and this body will be stretched and all the muscles will be stretched here. And you can see the Naukasana, this is inverted V shape, and the Shalabhasana, the upper part is above the ground. So whatever the asana you see here, so one or the other way the mathematics is used, probably the symmetry about the parts, or it may be the angle, or whatever it is. We have a standing postures also, Sthiti Tadasana, Sthitila Dandasana, so these are. So this is about the asana. So when we see 8 parts, the 8 limbs, so Yama, Niyama, Asana. The 4th one is Pranayama. So Prana, Ayama. So Prana, and it is an energy. So energy ge nanu ಒಂದು ಆಯಾಮನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ I am giving a weight. So ಪ್ರಾಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಾಳಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಗೆ ಇನ್ಹೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು we will see it here. So simple words I have given here, the inhalation and exhalation. So we call it as Anuloma, Viloma, inhale and exhale. And we have some practice called as Kapalabhati here. So we will see that. See, whenever we do japa, we usually use a mala which contains 108 beads. And whenever we turn from one beat to another beat, we will complete one breathing cycle. So one breathing cycle in the sense one inhalation and one exhalation. So why we usually for 108 times we have to do the japa? And if you see here, I have given here in a sentence. So to do 108 breath, and to do 108 rounds, so breathe. The breathing will be around 648 seconds. So which is nearly about 10 minutes. So in numerology, particularly in yogic numerology, it is very auspicious number, the 10 or the 10.8. Why we will see it later. And if you see the breathing pattern here, here I have given two graphs. The one is the bigger graph, which is in the orange color. This is when we have a normal breathing. So I have mentioned here. So when we breathe normally, this is the graph when we represent it on a graph. This seems like a sine graph, sine curve. So once we practice Kapalabhati, see Kapalabhati, it is a forceful exhalation. So we sit straightly, we forcefully exhale, the inhalation takes place automatically or passively. So when we forcefully exhale, we will remove all the toxics from the body. So when we do that, our breathing rate may go up to 120 per minute, or it may be around 180 per minute also. So I'll give you the chart later on. See, once we do the Kapalabhati, the red color curve, whatever you're seeing here, we call this as a damped oscillations. So in physics also, the students will learn damped oscillations. So initially the height or the frequency will be high. So as we continue, so it reduces and at some point of time it stops. Usually ನಾವು ಕಪಾಲಭಾತಿ practice ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ I tell students, see, don't count anything. You sit in a straight way, you try to exhale uh, forcefully, and at one point of time, the breath will stop automatically. So we call that as a Kevala Kumbhakam. So Kumbhaka means the holding of the breath. So when we practice Kapalabhati, we should attain that Kevala Kumbhakam state. So it is a breathlessness state where we will not, we will not be breathing at all. We cannot able to breathe also. So that is the state we reach when we practice Kapalabhati. And if you see the graph here, a lot of differences can be seen when we breathe normally or when, after doing the Kapalabhati. So here I have given here. So it creates a pulsing wave-like pattern. Mathematically, it is similar to the damped wave with high frequency and exponential decay. Yes. Next. So this is cooling pranayama. So we usually tell students during the summer or whenever they feel they're tired, we tell them to practice this cooling pranayama. We have three cooling pranayamas: Sitali, Sitkari, and Sadanta. So in Sitali, we roll our tongue and we produce outwards like a inverted U shape. So when we do that, the tongue will form a U and a parabolic shape. So whenever we form a parabolic shape in the tongue, the air flows directly into the throat, and from here it goes to the lungs. So the shape of the tongue that we do here in the cooling pranayama represents parabolic nature. So the very basic parabolic curve is y is equal to x square. We say that x square is a parabolic nature. So our tongue, we have to do it in a x square graph. And we have a sitkari. So sitkari, it is not there here in the picture. In the sitkari, we will roll. Usually when we go to eat, ಏನಂತೀರಾ ಇದು ಸ್ಟಫ್ಡ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಿನ್ನಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಈಗ ಚಪಾತಿನೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಇದು ರೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಪನ್ನೀರ್ ರೋಲ್, ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ರೋಲ್, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ರೋಲ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ವಿ ರೋಲ್ ದಿ ಚಪಾತಿ ಅವ್ರ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಐಟಮ್ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಅವರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟಂಗ್ ನ ಈ ತರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟೂ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. So both the holes are in the form of a circle. So when we breathe in, the air goes from the opposite sides of these holes present here, or the circles present here. You can witness or you can experience the cooling or the sensation here in this part of the face. And this is whatever you're seeing here. This is sadhanta, where we make our lips wide open, so we can see the full hyperbolic curve, or we can say that it is an elliptical curve. So when we wide open our lips, so where the elliptical form or ellipse can be seen. So the maximum amount of cooling takes place in sadhanta. So that is about that. And chakras, a very very vast subject. Chakras, we say that ಎಷ್ಟು ಚಕ್ರ ಇದೆ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ we say that there are 7 chakras. ಯಾವ್ದು 7 chakra? So right from the middle part of the body, ಮೂಲಾಧಾರ ಚಕ್ರ, and ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸೋಲಾರ್ plexus ಹತ್ರ we have ಸ್ವಾದಿಷ್ಠಾನ ಚಕ್ರ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಭಿ ಹತ್ರ we have a ಮಣಿಪುರ ಚಕ್ರ. And ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ, ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅನಾಹತ ಚಕ್ರ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಥ್ರೋಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಿಶುದ್ಧಿ. And this is the Agna chakra, where we usually keep kunkuma, vibhuti ಇಡುವಂತ ಜಾಗ Agna chakra. And the crown part, that is the Sahasrara chakra. So ಷಟ್ ಚಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಚಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ we see ಚಕ್ರ, ಸರ್ಕಲ್. So why all these are in a circular shape, and what are these chakras are known as? See, whenever we see chakras and all, so ತುಂಬಾ ನೆನಪಿಗೆ ಬರೋದು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ how it is arranged. ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಪಾಲಭಾತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ I have told you, when we start practicing the kapalabhati, at some point of time we may not able to continue, we will stop it. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕೇವಲ ಕುಂಭಕಂ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ 1 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ವಾಚ್ ನೌ a days. They can actually see their breathing count, how many times they are breathing per minute. In yoga we tell, ಈಗ for example, if I observe my breathing, I may take around 2 seconds to inhale or 3 seconds to exhale. And the one breathing cycle, probably it lasts around 5 to 6 seconds. So 6 seconds ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ. ಸೊ ನಾನು 1 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೌಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ? ಸೊ 6 seconds ಆಯ್ತು 1 ಸೈಕಲ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ 60 secondsಗೆ ನಾನು 10 times ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್. After practicing the breathing exercises or the pranayama, you trust me, the breathing duration will increase. I usually say to my students, if you increase the duration of the breath, it will increase your lifespan. The more you inhale, you have to exhale double of that. So ನಾನು 2 seconds inhale ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ I should exhale 4 seconds. So we tell that using the ratios. So ratio concepts in mathematics. So 1:2 we tell. So if you inhale for 5 seconds, you should exhale for 10 seconds. So ಯಾಕೆ exhale ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Why it should be double ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, see, when we exhale, usually in the breathing pattern, when we inhale, when we take the air in, we our tummy or the stomach will bulge out. We are taking the in, so ಅದು ದಪ್ಪ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ. And when we exhale, it should go in, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. But we follow in a different way. So whenever I observe or whenever I tell my students, I ನೋಡ್ರು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ಇನ್ಹೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಎಕ್ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ದಪ್ಪ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ they usually tell. So that is the wrong process in fact. So when you are taking something in, it should bulge out. The tummy or the stomach will bulge out. And when we exhale, it should go in. So why we should do 2 times of inhalation means, when we do the double exhalation, so in air itto the lungs olage, it will come out completely. So when all the air comes out completely, we can inhale more. So when we inhale more, the capacity of the lungs increases. See, lungs, it is a very special organ where everything is made up of a tiny thing called as a alveoli. So ಇದು alveoli ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ in every alveoli the exchange of gas takes place. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಇನ್ಹೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏರ್ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ, ಎಕ್ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ದಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರೆತ್, ಸೊ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ವೆಲಾಯ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ದಿ ಹಾಫ್ ದಿ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಫ್ will not be touched at all, will not be used at all. And we will see breathing problems or some other problem, either respiratory problems, probably once they cross more than 45 or 50 years of age. So why usually people get respiratory problems is they are not using the lungs capacity, whatever the capacities that the human have, I mean the lungs have. So people are not using its maximum capacity. So to use the maximum capacity of a lungs, we should increase the duration of one breathing cycle. So ratio double ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ chakras, coming back to the chakras here, I'll So here we have a names of all the chakras. So starting from the very first and the middle part of the, and it is present in the middle part of the body, Mooladhara chakra, and we call this as a root of all the chakras. And there is a petal. We have a symbolic representation of the Mooladhara chakra. It is like a lotus having 4 petals. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 4 petals ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಲೋಟಲ್ ಒಂದು symbol if you observe. And the bija mantra that we use here is lam. And the shape of the Mooladhara chakra inside the circle is square. And I'll show you that later. So the petal is 4 and the shape of the chakra is square inside a circle. Second one is this Swadhisthana chakra. It is present around the nabi ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ. It is having 6 petals. So 1 is a bija mantra. And if you see, it is like a circle having a crescent. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇರೋ ತರ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. And we have a Manipura chakra, nabi hatra ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. You can see it is having 10 petals. And yam. It is having, it is a combination of 2 triangles. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಕ್ಸಗನ್ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೆಕ್ಸಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Again, all these symbolic shape ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ tabular column. So these are the mathematical shapes of each chakra, and it is followed and it is practiced according to this. And chakras is nothing but the energy centers of the body. So all the energies will be there inside the chakras. So through practice, we will make sure that energy will be spread throughout the body. So our chakras in the energy ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so we should activate all these chakras. So ಹೇಗೆ activation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು, it depends on the size and the shape. Next we have Anahata. It is having 12 petals and yam is a name. Okay, that. Next is Vishuddha chakra. It is present in the throat, 16 petals. So hum is the bija mantra and it is purely circle in shape. And Agna chakra, between the eyebrows, we can see the Agna chakra, 2 petals, and Om and Bija mantra. It is like an inverted triangle. And the last one, Netti mele iruvanthadu, this is Sahasrara chakra. It is having 1000 petals. The name only tells Sahasra, and 1000. So the Bija mantra may be either Om, or once we chant Om, we can observe the silence or the vibrations in the body, and that is the Bija mantra here. And it is a lotus containing 1000 petals. So very and mathematically, ಒಂದು ಸಹಸ್ರಾರ chakra, what do we say is chakras are usually aligned along the spine. So spine is like a straight line. ಈ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಸ್ಪೈನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ behind the back, chakras are located here. ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಚಕ್ರಾಸ್ಗಳು ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಗಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಿಸ್ಟನ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದಿ ಚಕ್ರಾಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್. So when we plot all these chakras in a one-dimensional graph or one-dimensional plane, we say that it forms a Fibonacci series of the health, and the distance between them is a golden ratio, so 1.618. Golden ratio, if you just Google it, you will get a lot of information about the golden ratio. We say that the boy is so handsome, the girl is so beautiful. So all those beauty depends upon the golden ratio, how it is aligned on the face. And we say that the Mona Lisa painting is so beautiful to see, and we can see the golden ratio in the painting of the Mona Lisa. So it is so strong and beautiful number that we have in the mathematics. So yes, so that is about the chakras. Mudras. See, what I have done here is I have taken few concepts of yoga and how the mathematics used in few concepts of yoga. I'm not going much into the theoretical aspects because there are so many terminologies we can use, but I have made it as easy as possible so that everybody can understand. See, mudras. We have bandhas and mudras. So I have not taken the bandhas concept. So mudras, mudre andre ಏನು ಸೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ we will make energy to flow in the body, and once we make them to flow, we will seal it. ಯಾಕೆ seal ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? So that the energy should stay inside the body. And yeah, mudras. So these mudras are practiced using the 5 fingers. Excuse me. So the thumb represents Agni Tattva, the fire. This is 4 finger represents air, Vayu Tattva. So middle finger represents space, Akasha Tattva. And ring finger represents Bhumi, earth. And the little finger represents water, Jala Tattva ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So using this arrangements, see, when I touch thumb and the 4 finger, when we keep like this, so this is Chin Mudra. So when I use middle finger, we say that this is Apana Mudra, Akasha Mudra. And whenever we use the thumb and the little finger, we say Jalodamshaka Mudra. And when we have a different arrangement, so we will call that with different names. So how many arrangements can we have? So it can be calculated using the concept of permutation and combinations in mathematics. Permutation. What is a permutation? Permutation is nothing but the arrangement. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಈಗ 3 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ 3 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಚೇರ್ ಮೇಲೆ. So that is a permutation. So arrangement of anything. Now, if I touch the fingers, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ 0 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. So I have 2 things. So when the fingers are touched, it is taken as number 1. When fingers are not touched, it is taken as 0. That means I have 2 options, 1 or 0. So I have 2 options and I have 5 fingers. So the number of permutations, the formula is n power m. So that means I have 2 options and 5 fingers here. That means 2 power 5. So 2 power 5 is nothing but 32. That means we can form 32 different varieties of mudras. So as far as I have read it in the books, it is approximately, I can see here, it is approximately 23 to 24 main mudras are there. So, and few mudras, it will take more than 2 fingers also. But here I have taken only 2 fingers. So 32 mudra, but in the yogic system has approximately 25 primary mudras. ಅದು ಒಂದು. And ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಶಲಿ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಸರ್ ಓದಬೇಕು ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸು, ವೇರ್ ಡು ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್. Usually the common scenario or the common question that every student will ask to a maths teacher. ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ರೈಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ very, very, very closely related to the nature. So whatever we see, it is all mathematics only. And few students have asked me, sir, biology nalli heng sir ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ mathematics ನೀವು? Okay, you leave the biology, sir. I'm talking about a tree. So how can you relate mathematics with respect to the trees ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. I asked them, why ಯಾವ್ದು ಲೀಫ್ ಕಲರ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇದೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ವೇ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ದಿ ಫುಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, okay pa, you told, okay, the sunlight falls on the leaf, and because of the sunlight and some the reaction takes place, food generate agate, adಕ್ಕೆ energy ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, fine. But can sunlight fall on every leaf? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. So if you closely observe, the distance between two leaves is 135 degree. That is a Fibonacci number. So if you want, you can calculate the distance between two leaves is exactly 135 degrees. So when the distance between two leaves is 135 degree, it will be arranged in this form. And whenever the sunlight falls, at least one bit or one ray of it should fall on the leaf. So in such way, the photosynthesis happens. So the angle between the leaves is exactly 135 degrees. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಸಿ, ವೇರ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಗೋ, ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ದಿ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ನೋ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಐ ಬಿಲೀವ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್. ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡ್ಲೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು, ನೋಡು ಇದು ಷಟ್ಪದಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಂದ ಪದ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಾಮಿನಿ ಷಟ್ಪದಿ, ಲಘು ಗುರು ಮಾತ್ರೆಗಳು 3-4-3-4 ತರ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಎ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನಂಬರ್. ಸೊ 3-4-3-4, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸೇಮ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಅದು ಬಾಮಿನಿ ಷಟ್ಪದಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರೆಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ 5-5-5-5 ಅಂತಾನೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ 0. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್, or we can observe mathematics in every field, and it supports every field. So my intention is, when we are practicing mudras or when we are practicing yoga, so to get the benefits of asana or to get the benefits of anything that we practice, we should have a knowledge of mathematics. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. used to have ಏನಂತಾರೆ, is very much irregular. He won't attend classes regularly. I'm talking about the yoga classes. ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ, ಒಂದು ತ್ರಿಕೋಣಾಸನ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವನು ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ. After 1 month he came, sir, I'm practicing yoga from past 1 month. I haven't reduced my weight at all, sir. So I was 69 kgs, and even now also I'm 69 kgs or maybe 70 kgs. So our parents ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ. Yoga is something different. It is not like a gym. ನಾನು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕರಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. No, it is not like that. So one round of layer kadme agate when we practice yoga. It is not that one part we will focus. So when we do one Surya Namaskara, that I'll come to that part later. So one Surya Namaskara nan madidre, from the top till the bottom or till the toes. So each and every part of the body will be included in the Surya Namaskara. Okay. So mudras. So mudras, it is a concept where we seal the energy within the body and we will make the energy to flow in a specific pattern so that it reaches its destination. Here if you observe, so once we have any mudra, we can also see the mathematical shapes it attains. We say this is one prana mudra we call. So you see the symmetry of the fingers here and see the inverted postures here. So idella perfect agidrene, we will get the benefit of the asanas. Heartbeats. Okay. Nowadays we are having a lot about the heart. We have seen recent news also in the Hassan and all. Heartbeats, so heart. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ mudras ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ I just given the tabular column here. So this is a mudra name and how it actually looks, the geometry part of the mudra and which element is used. I said no, Agni with Vayu, Agni with Akasha, Agni with Bhumi, Agni with Jala. So here the element is given here and whether it is a closed circuit or mudra is open or is it symmetric. So that is a circuit part I have typed here. And the ratio, it should be practiced from 5 seconds to, 5 minutes to 45 minutes minimum. So when we are reading newspapers or when we are watching TVs or when we are doing some work, the mudra can be used. And I have given the effects also. So this is about the mudras. So heart beats. So we all know that the heart beats 72 times per minute. That's basic now school allo. But there are so many interesting things you should learn in the heart. See, normal resting heart rate. So whenever I'm in a resting position or whenever I'm sitting around, it beats from 60 to 100. So BPM, so beats per minute. So our heart beats minimum 60 to 100 times per minute in a normal posture. So coming to the athletics, the athletes. So their heart rate will be around 40 to 60 because they have a very good control on their breathing and the heart rate. And when we do the exercises, when we do gym or when we do some yogic exercises, so you can see that the rate increases. So it goes 120 to 180 per minute. And then we will observe the fast breathing. Now steps up, I can see the palpitation. And heartbeat just the value is more. And the very, very important thing here is the heart rate after pranayama. See, the normal resting heart rate is 60 to 100. But the heart rate after pranayama, it is 50 to 70. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟು? ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಸೇ. So 50 to 70. So we say 72 times per minute. And the next, if you see, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ 220 minus age. So if I'm 30 years of age, so 220 minus 30, it comes around 190. And the maximum heartbeats per minute will be 190 for my age. So this is a formula that we have. And the variability is measured in the milliseconds. Okay. And when we plot the graph rate and the lambda, whatever we say, one heartbeat, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ECG ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. So it is nothing but a waves or the graph like structures. So adana usually sinusoidal wave anta kuda karibodi. And if the last point, how the yoga is used in heartbeats antandre, it decreases the HR. HR means heart rate. So heart rate anna regular enittu on ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ and it increases the variability factor. ನಾನು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲು 100 ಬೀಟ್ಸ್ ವರೆಗೂ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಯಾಲ್ಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಟಯರ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಂಗೆ ಸುಸ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಕುತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಯಾಲ್ಪಿಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ 2 floors 3 floors ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಯಾಲ್ಪಿಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಥ್ರೂ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ದಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್. Whenever we have a heart related problems, few will suggest sorbitrate ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. It is a tablet, sorbitrate tablet ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Nothing like that. You practice the breathing exercises and the pranayama effectively, but remember you should go in a systematic way. I have given you the flow: yama, niyama, asana, pranayama. If you want to practice pranayama, the first thing is you should have a thorough knowledge or the ability in performing the asana. If you cannot do asana properly, you should not go and practice pranayama. So it will not give you any benefits. So first, yama. Yama is nothing but the public discipline, how I should say outside the home, how I should behave outside my workplace. That is yama. The second point is niyama. Niyama is nothing but the self-discipline. So when nobody is around, how disciplined I am. So that is niyama. So once I practice yama and niyama in a proper way, then I am eligible to practice asanas. So first I'll get the behavior aspects, outside and inside. Then I'm aligning my physical body. My physical body is aligned. So my physical body becomes strong after practicing asanas. Then the next fourth one is pranayama. So once my physical body is strong, ಆಗ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆಯಾಮನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರೆತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಗೋ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಚಾನಲೈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ asanas only. So we have seen so many yoga teachers ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇನೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಯೋಗ, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಯೋಗ, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ವೇ. Okay. Next, breathing rate I have given here. The length of the breath. See, one common formula that we tell in yoga. If you increase the duration of the breath, your lifespan will increase. The deep you breathe, the deep you inhale and the deep you exhale, the more you live. Because when we have a deep inhalation and exhalation, the maximum capacity of the lungs will be used. So we should have a longer breathing pattern. So you should develop that one. Next is, so mudras is over, heartbeats over. Now the last part in this is the Surya Namaskar. See, sun salutations. So usually we practice 12 rounds per day or in a day. And in a Surya Namaskar, we can see 12 postures. We start from the back, bending Ardha Chakrasana. Then we bend forward, Pada Hastasana. We take one leg backward. So it is Asvasanchalanasana. We will take one more leg backward, both the legs backward. Dandasana. We sit and relax. Shashankasana. And the entire body is kept forward. So if you observe all these asanas, there is a mathematical posture. See, first we are bending backwards. So we see the semicircle. And then when we bend forward, we can see the stretch in our back, the curved part in our back. So that is the standing position. And after that, I'll take my one leg backward, the semicircle, whatever it was formed, the parabolic shape it was formed. Then the lower part of the body is stretched backwards. It is like a circle. We are making our body to turn and twist in every possible way, keeping our back straight. So 12 asanas are there. So each time we will have the complementary asanas also. The complementary means When I bend forward, I should bend backward also. Both becomes complementary. When I stretch right leg, next round I should have stretch left leg also. We call that as a complementary. So Ardha Chakrasana, Padahastasana are complementary. Asva Sanchalanasana, one time right leg forward, the other time it comes front. That means the left leg will be behind. So that is Asva Sanchalanasana or Ekapada Ustrasana they call. Next we have Sitila Dandasana, and the complementary for that is Bhujangasana. And after Bhujangasana, we will have Paschimottanasana or Parvatasana we call. Parvatasana. After that, again, we will come back to the Asvasanchalanasana, Padahastasana, Ardha Chakrasana, and the standing posture. So, 12 asanas are there. So, 12 represents a very sacred number in yoga. And you can see here, I have expressed this 108, 108. Usually during the yoga day also, or probably, we practice 108 Surya Namaskar. ಯಾಕೆ 108 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸಿ 108 is taken as a sacred number, and I have written the 108 as 1 power 1 into 2 power 2 into 3 power 3. It is the squares, it is the powers of the same numbers repeated thrice. So 1 power 1 is 1, 2 power 2 is 4, 3 power 3 is 27. So 27 into 4, I mean, sorry, 3 power, yeah. Into 1. If you calculate, we will get 108. And this 108 can also be written as, we have a 12 zodiac signs, and according to the astrology, there are 9 planets. So 12 into 9 is also 108. And 108 energy lines, nadis we call. So Anahata Chakra, yaude agli, there will be 108 energy lines irutte the middle part of the body anta heltivi. I mean, the most important part is the largest muscle in the body is back, the largest muscle irutte. We call that as a trapezium muscle. ತುಂಬಾ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಮಸಲ್ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಟ್ರಪೀಸಿಯಂ ಮಸಲ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಈ ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಪ್ ವರ್ಗು ಏನು ಹಿಂದೆಗಡೆ ಮಸಲ್ ಇದೆ, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ರಪೀಸಿಯಂ ಮಸಲ್. If you just observe, all the main parts or main organs of the body are aligned with the trapezium muscle except the brain. So if you leave out the brain here, and the all important organs, it may be heart, lungs, intestines, kidneys. So idella attach ಆಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು trapezium muscle ಗೆ. And because of the shape, this muscle is called as a trapezium muscle. We know the properties of a trapezium in mathematics. So we have a pair of parallel lines, and the another pair will intersect somewhere. So that is one property of a trapezium muscle. So this back, this spine is very, very important. So all the main organs are attached to the spine with the help of the trapezium muscle. So there also we can see the shape of the, the muscle. And here symmetry, it is a bilateral symmetry. So one time I'll do it on one side, the other time I'll do it on the opposite side. So it will give the balance and the coordination in the body and the reflection in the mirror symmetry that I have given here. So there are 12 poses in Surya Namaskar, each one associated with 12 zodiac signs. Nodi ನಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, 12 ರಾಶಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು 12 ಸೂರ್ಯ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರದ ಆಸನಗಳನ್ನ ಅಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. So this symbolizes the journey of the sun through 12 signs over a course of a year. 12 asana, 12 zodiac signs, 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, 12 months in a year. And I have given here the 4th point, the number 12, 12 hours a day. So 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night. So 12 poses in the Surya Namaskar, and the number 12, 12 months in a year. So all these are interrelated, this 12, and it is nothing but the mathematics again. One. So this is about the Surya Namaskar. And the Kumbhaka, the last thing I have given here is the Kumbhaka. See, Kumbhaka, no, it is the holding of the breath. We have two types of Kumbhakas. Once I inhale and hold the breath, it is Antar Kumbhaka. When I exhale and hold the breath, it is called Bahya Kumbhaka. And I have told you one more Kumbhaka in the Kapalabhati, Kevala Kumbhaka, breathlessness state. So Kumbhakas are very, very important. See, for a beginner, we say you breathe for 10 seconds, you hold for 10 seconds, you exhale for 10 seconds. For a beginner, when you want to practice yoga, we tell them, see, you follow 1:1:1 ratio. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 second inhale ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1 second hold ಮಾಡು 1 second exhale ಮಾಡು. Inhale 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale 5 seconds. This is for a beginner. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ we have a intermediate. The intermediate ಅಂತಂದಾಗ we say 1:4:2. If I inhale for 5 seconds, 4 times of that, and 20 seconds I should hold. Then 2 times of that, and 10 seconds I should exhale. So 1:4:2. That is a ratio we tell. And those who are not the advanced one, and beginner in the next stage, the ratio is 1:4:2. So when you inhale for 5 seconds, so 4 times of that should be held, and your breathing should be held for that many seconds, and twice the inhalation you should do the exhalation part. So and in the advanced level, we will have the same ratio 1:4:2. But after exhalation, we will follow Bahya Kumbhaka also. Once I exhale, I should hold for again how much I have. I mean, whatever the seconds I have taken to inhale, the same seconds I should hold it after exhalation. And then we see Bahya Kumbhaka also. See, if there is any yoga teacher here, definitely whether that teacher has a knowledge of mathematics or not. So unknowingly, they will be using all these concepts in his or her classes. You hold the breath for 1:2 ratio. Your inhalation should be less than the exhalation, or your exhalation should be greater than the inhalation. So we bring in the concepts of inequalities. So whenever your exhalation is greater than inhalation, we will live healthily. Next. So I have made a research, and it is like during I mean after the COVID and second wave of the COVID. So since I'm a teacher of mathematics, I have my own set of students there. So I made them to practice a few asanas followed by the pranayama. So before practice, I used to tell them to chant Omkara. See, Om is not a religious thing there. It is combination of 3 letters, A, U, Ma. So when I mix A, U, Ma, it becomes Omkara. So I told them to practice Omkara, I mean to chant Omkara. So for 5 to 7 rounds. So after chanting 5 to 7 rounds of Omkara, I told them to close their eyes and to have concentration on one single point. I usually tell them, what do you like most in your life? Antandre ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೇಳ್ದ, sir, I like to eat gobi always. I don't know why. I eat at least 3 times a week gobi. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪಂಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್, ವೀಕ್ಲಿ ಥ್ರೈಸ್ he will get me gobi manchuri. ಹೌದಾ, ಸರಿ ಆಯ್ತು. You do one thing, you close your eyes, you form a picture of gobi manchuri in front of your eyeballs. You start seeing it. Do not think of anything else. Don't think of anything else. You just keep imagining the gobi which is in front of your eyes, and don't get distracted. So itara depending upon the student's mentality, I have told that. I made this, initially I did this for 21 days. So according to the psychology, when we practice anything for 21 days, it becomes our routine, it becomes our habit. So initially I started, I did for 21 days. I gave them a simple test. I didn't see much improve in their results. Before starting this practice and all, I have given them, I had given around 50 questions of MCQs. Few have got around 20, 25, or maximum 30 out of 50. So after the 21 rounds of practice, I gave them the same question paper with different numbers. I could see only 4 or 5 marks increase in their marks. A few students have got less than that also. Oh, then I thought, okay, let me extend this. Okay, then I did for 60 days. So I have given here. We have started all these 60 days before the final exam. So I made it for 60 days and then the double cycle 21 into 2. Then I started 42 days, it got over. And then again, the third round, it is 63 days approximately. So you believe it or not, so after the end of 60 days or 63 days, when I gave them the same question papers with again different numbers, they could able to take more than 45 marks out of 50. Maybe one or two they have got around 30s, but out of 39 students I had at that time, uh, 28 to 30 students got more than 45 out of 50, and only 5 or 6 got around the 30 or 35. So when I checked their previous marks, almost it is double of whatever they have got in the past. So then I concluded. See, whatever I do here is I analyze a lot. See, yoga, it is complete different field, and mathematics, it is very, very different. And practicing yoga, it creates peace in the mind. It elongate or it helps us to have a calm state of the mind. Therefore, our logical reasoning ability will improve. So that is the main thing that I have observed. And what are the books I referred during that time is I usually referred the yoga protocol. It is given by the Ministry of Ayush. So I referred the common yoga protocol given by the Ministry of Ayush. It was followed from the day one. So students started to concentrate more on the studies. So as I gave them the examples of Gobi Manjuri and all. So after 3 4 days, hey sir, daily Gobi Manjuri ne aitu and beda sir. I'll think of something else. He told. Okay, you do whatever you wish. So after 40, 50, 40, 45 days, he was like, "Nanu beda sir, I'll close my eyes, I'll sit silently, and I observe my breath." So we call that as a dharana. So dharana is nothing but the single point meditation, where bring our focus to one single point. So whatever the geometrical shapes that we have in mathematics, it all started from one single point. And one point there, yava geometrical diagram I cannot draw. So in yoga, we call that as a dharana. I have so many thoughts in my mind. So I'll bring all those multiple thoughts to one single thought, one single point. I'll bring that. I'll focus on that one single point. And from that one single point, I'll create a beautiful diagram which is there in mathematics. So from that one single point, the entire piece of mind comes into the picture. So that's how it has helped. They started to feel easy and they become confident in no time, and the mindset of the students was clear and confident. And I know that there are many students here in the class ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಒಂದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, yoga is not just a physical activity. Yoga will definitely help you. ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ 100% ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Every day you give 25 to 30 minutes, at least minimum on 25-30 minutes ಕೊಡಿ to practice yoga, physical asanas, breathing ಮಾಡಿ. After that, you get freshed up and you attend classes, go to school, study ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಯು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡೈಲಿ ರೊಟೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಯು ಕೀಪ್ ಯೋಗ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಯೋಗ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಟೀಚರು, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಇಟ್. So I'm more confident about it. See, I have become a mathematics teacher because when I was in a school, I used to hate mathematics because my teacher was very strict. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆ ಕಡೆ ತಿರ್ಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಡೋರು. So I used to hate the subject. So once I started to attend yoga classes during the summer vacations, probably ninth standard ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ vacations ಬರುತ್ತೆ before 10th. But that time I started the practicing yoga. So somewhere now I am the lecturer in mathematics, and you should understand yoga has really helped me a lot. And actually, whatever the PPT or whatever the PDF I have given you or I have shown you here, it is just the gist of or the brief thing about all the concepts. But a lot is there in my book. So Yoga-matic Center, it is a huge book I have made. Maybe probably it is around 500 to 520 pages. It is a huge book. So this 1 hour of time, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಆಗಿ we wanted to tell, because it is for the general public, and there are students from 2 schools are attending the session here. So I don't know how much I have conveyed, but ಆದಷ್ಟು simple ಆಗಿ I have told. And the last thing is the analysis part. So analysis was made on PUC students, and I have experimented few asanas and the concept of dharana. So you can see here I could able to get 98% passing percentage during COVID time, and the students felt easy while learning, and the students' minds was very clear and confident. So usually people see asanas in the YouTube and practice, but they don't know the exact procedure or the final posture of it. Don't do that. If you want to practice yoga, sir ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. Under the guidance of a very good teacher, you should practice yoga. And to get the benefit of any asana, so you should know the final posture, the shape of the body, which is nothing but the shape in the mathematics asana. In the final posture, only you will get the benefits. Okay. And it is a powerful tool, and I suggest others also to use this Yoga-matics during the public examinations. So I have used the photos from the Google and the common yoga protocol from the Ayush. So thank you all, and any doubts, yes, I'm here to answer.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am.
Sir. Any
Yes, ma'am.
questions from audience? You can unmute and ask the question, or you can raise the hand, or you can write in chat box. Any inquiries, you can directly talk with sir. Sir, how you got this concept of blending yoga and mathematics together?
Actually, probably I don't know how did I get this idea, but I had a close friend of mine. He's a physicist. He was doing some research on pH. Uh, uh, when he has gone for some test, I don't exactly know that. The doctor was telling about the pH thing. ನಿಮ್ಮ pH ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, your acidity level ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿದೆ. ಆಗ he started to do more research on pH thing. Aga he told me, hey, no, apart from the studies, I'm doing all these things. You do something in your life. I mean, whatever you wish, you try to integrate it. Okay, sorry. Yoga. Yeah. I think somebody wants to talk.
No, sir.
Yeah. So Aga, I got the idea. Okay, so let me integrate yoga and mathematics, so that it may help students and the I taught, and definitely it is helping a lot of students, especially the rural students. And usually wherever I go, I give seminar on this Yoga-matics only. And I give them few set of asanas and breathing exercises to practice. So if they follow minimum 2 to 3 months, it will definitely help them to get a good percentage in the public examinations.
Sir, very interesting actually. One by one, we are comparing and linking that asana and all these things with mathematics. Very
Yeah.
different concept.
Actually, I have kept, I mean, as easy as possible because I took a lot of time so that the PDF or whatever the PPT I show them, it should be very simple to understand. So,
Did you presented any paper over this?
ma'am, actually, I have presented that during the international day of yoga, the first international, sorry, second international day of yoga. So along with my friend, I did that. So for this paper presentation, I got Swami Vivekananda Rashtriya Puraskar. So I got appreciation from a lot from everybody in the auditorium. So they are always shocked. So how can a person integrate mathematics and yoga through two different subjects? I don't know, but I wanted to do it in a long scale. I mean, in a large scale. Probably we'll do that with the help of definitely.
Thank you. It was really a new concept for us. Sir, one question from
Yeah.
Vidya Hegde ma'am. Namaste, sir. What is the right age to start pranayama for students?
So common question. ನಾನು ಯೋಗ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆದಾಗ ಪ್ರತಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕಾಮನ್ ಏಜ್, ರೈಟ್ ಏಜ್. ಸಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ವಿ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ 9 to 10 years at least because whatever we tell the student or the child should be able to understand. ಈಗ ನೀವು 4 ವರ್ಷ ಮಗನ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಯೋಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕಣ್ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ದಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡುವಷ್ಟು ಏಜ್ ದಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಶುಡ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಪ್ರಿಫರಬ್ಲಿ ಸೇ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 10 years ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ರೈಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಯೋಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ, ಬಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಶೂರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆಸನಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ಡ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ಹೋಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಡೇ 1 ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ವೆನ್ ಮೈ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್, ವೆನ್ ಐ ಡೂ ದಿ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸಸ್, ದಿ ಬಾಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಬರೀ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎನ್ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೇನೋ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಡ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So the Ashtanga yoga should be practiced. See, nowadays, I don't want to mention the names. We have seen different styles of yoga. ಆ ಸ್ಟೈಲು ಈ ಸ್ಟೈಲು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ಗಳು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. No, yoga is not all those things. It is a very, very sacred thing. It is a very, very good thing that our ancestors has given. It should be practiced in a way it is given in the spiritual books. ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಯೋಗ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪತಂಜಲಿ ಯೋಗ ಸೂತ್ರಾಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋಗ ಸೂತ್ರಾಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ.
Ganesh, you can unmute and ask the questions. Okay. I told no, sir, one school we are now residential school.
Yeah.
Okay. They want ask some questions.
Yeah, definitely.
Ganesh, Keli Ganesh.
ಪಂಚೇಂದ್ರಗಳಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್?
Very good. Panchendriyagalu. See, I forgot to tell. We have something called as Panchakosha Viveka. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪಂಚಕೋಶಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಏನಿದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸಿ ದಿ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ನಮಯ ಕೋಶ. ಅನ್ನಮಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಣಮಯ ಕೋಶ. ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ಪ್ರಾಣಮಯ ಕೋಶ. ದಿ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ಮನೋಮಯ ಕೋಶ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈಂಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಮಯ ಕೋಶ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟೆಲೆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನಂದಮಯ ಕೋಶ, ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಂಚೇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳು ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಮುದ್ರಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪಂಚತತ್ವಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆಕಾಶ, ನೀರು, ಅಗ್ನಿ, ವಾಯು, ಜಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಆ ಪಂಚೇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳು ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಆ ಪಂಚ ತತ್ವಾಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇನ್ ಏನ್ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಾಸ್ಗಳಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್. ನನ್ನ ಮೇನ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಏನು, ಮೈ ಮೇನ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮೈ ಹೆಲ್ತ್, ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ಲೆಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಪಂಚೇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ಯಾ ಕೊಡು ಗಣೇಶ್. ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಗಣೇಶ್? ಓಕೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ?
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಇನ್ನ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? That's all, sir. Thank you.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಗಣೇಶ್. ಹಾ, ಕೇಳಿ.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಭಯ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ.
ನೀವೇ ಕೇಳಿ ಗಣೇಶ್.
ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ. ಸರ್, ಈ ಫಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಚಿತ್ರ ಬಿಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮುದ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಏನ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್?
ಫೈರ್, ಏರ್, ಸ್ಪೇಸ್, ಅರ್ತ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ
ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಸಿ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಥಂಬ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಗ್ನಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ. ನಾವು ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ತತ್ವಗಳನ್ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಆಕಾಶ ತತ್ವ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಭೂಮಿ ತತ್ವ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜಲ ತತ್ವ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೇನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಅಗ್ನಿ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಗ್ನಿ ತತ್ವ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಂಬ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಚಿನ್ ಮುದ್ರಾ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಚಿನ್ ಮುದ್ರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬಂದು ವಾಯು ತತ್ವ ಫಿಂಗರ್, ಏರ್. ಈ ಏರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈಗ ನನ್ಗೇನಾದ್ರು ವಾಯು ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ವೆನ್ ಐ ಸಫರ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ವಾಯು ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇತ್ತು, ನಾನು ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿನ್ ಮುದ್ರನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಏರ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟಚ್ಡ್, ದ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವೆರಡು ಟಚ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್. ಇದು ಚಿನ್ ಮುದ್ರಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಯು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ವಾಯು ತತ್ವ ಫಿಂಗರ್ನ ನಾನು ಅಗ್ನಿಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಆಗ ವಾಯು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಆಕಾಶ ತತ್ವ ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಇದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಭೂಮಿ ತತ್ವ, ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಮುದ್ರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ. ಸೂರ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಶಾಖ. ಸೊ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗಿದು ದಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭೂಮಿ ತತ್ವನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಸೊ ಈ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಮುದ್ರವನ್ನ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏನ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಎರಡು ಕೈಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ, ಈ ತರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 week ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, 1 month ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಯು. ಅದೇ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಂಡರ್ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭೂಮಿ ತತ್ವ ಏನಿದೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಕೆಲವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ಸರ್ ಏನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಅಲರ್ಜಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರೈ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಜಲೋದಂಶಕ ಮುದ್ರಾ. ಸೊ ಫೈರ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್. ಸೊ ಈ ವೇರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಏನೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ 4 ತತ್ವಾಸ್. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಈಚೆಗಡೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಗಾಳಿ, ಬೆಳಕು, ನೀರು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಅವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ನೇಚರ್. ನೇಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನ ಹೇಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ, ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನೇಚರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಐಡಿಯಾ given by the yoga. So we are not different, nature is not different. So both we, I mean the earth and the nature ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಪಂಚಭೂತಗಳಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪಂಚತತ್ವಗಳನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಮುದ್ರಾಸ್.
ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುದ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಮುಗ್ಸಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ತರ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಸುಮಾರು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನ ಬಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ರೀತಿ ತುಂಬಾ ನ್ಯೂ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಸರ್. ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಮುಗ್ದಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಸರ್ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ, ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಟಾಕ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ talk and thank you one and all for joining us. Thank you.